Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel and some TSW4, and today we're at Preston Station. We're going to do a bit of shunting. I don't do shunting generally on the channel. It's not always the most interesting aspect of TSW, is it? However, I just thought we'd have a change because we're at Preston, which is my home station, and it's quite a short little timetable service. I thought we'd have a little go at this, and I'm on holiday from tomorrow for a week, so I wanted to put something on the feed for you guys to watch whilst I'm actually not in Preston myself. So I thought we'd do this one. So let's just I'm in the photo mode at the minute. Let's get out of this, back into the cab. It says wait for 1 minute as the 47 leaves next to us. This is 47575, City of Hereford. There he goes. This is an early morning at Preston Station. There's a parcel train that's just leaving now. So this platform over this side. So over here, we've got the Royal Mail. The red vans give it away. That's the Christian Road sorting offices there. On this side, this was when I worked on the railway back in the very late 80s and early 90s. This was the parcels platform. So back in the day, this was the Red Star parcels. I don't know if any of you remember the Red Star parcels, which I think was British Rail's parcel service. So it wasn't the Royal Mail, as I recall. It was actually a British Rail thing. But that's what this platform is. The regular platform's going off to Blackpool. That's platform 1 right there, platform 2, 3, 4, etc. There's the concourse over there, as you can see. So we are working over here today, and we have just got a green light, so we can go to signal PN94. I don't know what we're going to shunt. I don't know if we're going to shunt these behind us. We'll see, shall we? We'll get everything set up. We'll put that into forwards. Are the lights already on? Instrument lights are on. We don't need that. We don't need the cab light. Marker lights are on. Okay. We'll sit on this side. Shall we sit on this side? Where's the signal's going to be? The signal's going to be on this side, aren't they? We should really sit on this side, I think. No, actually. Can't remember. Mind up. What's the protocol when you're shunting? Does it really matter? I don't know. Anyway, let's get the brakes off. We are going to PN94, as I said, so let's do that first of all. In our lovely 08, which is the train maintenance depot Wigan, it's got on the side. Now, I assume this is in this DLC because it did maybe sit around Preston quite a bit. I'm not sure. I should look this up. I have a book upstairs that has got all the train numbers in and where they're from and where they were located and where they worked, etc. Which actually I've got quite into since playing TSW. I wasn't really a massive railway fan. I casually was before TSW, and then TSW actually, as over the years, has piqued my interest a little bit, and so I've started buying these books. Just as reference material for when I'm playing the game. So yes, I will look this one up. We've got the pacer over there waiting to go out. That's probably an Ormskirk service, I would think. It's a misty morning. Is that mist or is that coming out the top? I think it's coming out the top, isn't it? Can't really tell. Let's have a look. There was a little bit of smoke coming out the top. There you go, you can see it from there. It just depends what angle you're at. Okay, let's get out to the signal. It probably was good to sit on this side of the loco, actually, so we can see ahead of us. I think this is about a 20-minute service. There's a few shunting services in this Blackpool Branches DLC that performed at Preston. There's also the Preston ones tend to be very early morning or during the night. There's a set at Blackpool as well, and they're done more later in the day, so they're more daylight. This is the last timetabled service for the 08 that you can do. It's 5:37 one, so this is the latest one you can do. So I thought I'd do this one in July, so that it was nice, just daylight, no darkness. Have I overshot that? No, that's fine. Just let me do it. Okay, wait for a moment. It says let's just have a quick look over here. So we've got the football pitches. I've played on those quite a few times. You've got the Continental pub as well over there, and let's just see what else we can see. Don't know how far it's going to let us down to the river. You've got the River Ribble down there, and over on this side, if I actually, let's change the camera. I'm on the controller, so I can't remember what camera I'm on. If I come this way, this will let me get out a little bit, which puts me into Avon Park, which is quite nice, and it's very famous, this park in Preston. For there's a bandstand. It's very famous at Easter. There's a tradition from Victorian times where you come here if you live in Preston and you can roll your Easter eggs down these big hills, and that's been an Easter tradition since Victorian times, and people still do it now on Easter Monday, although it's got very commercialised. There's lots of little you know, candy floss caravans and baked potato vans and all that kind of stuff that comes with it. This is a cycle route as well. This bridge, this is an old railway bridge for an old line that used to come out of Preston Station and used to go off to Blackburn. And they're rebuilding this bridge. It's closed at the moment because it's a little bit unsafe. I don't know when it stopped running trains, but it's been closed for quite a while. You used to be able to walk across it, but yeah, that used to go off up to Blackburn, which is over this way. It's been shut for some time. The Ribble looks good though. They've done a very good job with this. It does look exactly the same. But this is a cycle route which I've come through many times. It goes off past the pub and then over this side towards Penwortham and out back towards Preston. But anyway, we're not here to have a guided tour of Preston, although it's nice to share a little bit of knowledge with you. We'll get back to doing what we're doing here. Let's have a look what we've got, because we are making our way back in again. We're going onto the Parcel's platform itself, so do we need to... There we go. Get the signalman to give us the path. And we're coupling up to 3 coaches in the platform, so let's do that. It does make a massive difference when the DLC that comes up in a game, you're 100% familiar with it. It's a strange feeling. I know I've said it before, but these guys that created this route as well, they're obviously local lads as well, and so you know they're very familiar with it. I think it shows the amount of detail that's in this route. It is really like being there, honestly. I still need to make a video. I was going to make a video and go down to Preston Station and just do a few comparisons. Obviously this route is set a few years ago. It's set in the late 80s, isn't it? So it does look a little bit different now, but not much. So I need to do a sort of comparison. I want to line up a few shots from TSW versus what it looks like in real life, so you guys that are not from this area can kind of appreciate really just how close it is. It's very good. It is very good. And this, for me, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's still hands down the best route for me, this one, in TSW, at the moment, certainly. I'm trying to think what other route could make me change my mind on that. I'm not sure. I don't think I have one. Maybe the West Coast Main Line over Shap. Not sure. This little line going down here, by the way, this goes off down to Preston Docks. When I worked on the railway, on the platforms, there used to be a train going down there at about 6:30, half 6 every morning. A double-headed 37 with some tankers. There's used to be a petrol refinery down there at the docks. I think this bit of the line is closed now, but the actual Docklands part is a heritage railway, and they do Santa specials and things like that, and you can go down there. I think it's maybe, I'm going to guess it's about 2 miles of track they've got, perhaps, and you can just run up and down. They run very small steam trains. Good for the kids, very good. So that's what that little line is. We've got 3 vehicles here to couple up to, so that's not our signal there, so that's fine. I wonder if we're going to bring these forward and then connect them to the ones behind us where we started in the opposite platform. We'll see. I've not run this one before. There's a Blackpool bound, Blackpool South that's going to, Blackpool South Pacer. Get this hooked up. Easy does it. Let's go onto the platform actually, shall we? So I wonder, the 47 that departed, I wonder if he's dropped these off and now he's carrying on somewhere else. Wigan perhaps, to drop off the rest. Wigan, Warrington, Crewe, that kind of direction possibly. Right, let's get this ready to go. So we need to change that. Whoops, there we go. That sprung us away, didn't it? We'll do that again. I should have prepared that before we got there, but not to worry. Just shut down the throttle. Actually, we need to creep up a little bit more because we are going uphill very slightly. There we go. Right, let's put it into forwards. Wait for the next instruction. Just say wait for 1 minute. Wonder what's in these parcels. When I was on the platforms, it's interesting. There used to be all sorts transported. There was, believe it or not, human body parts. That's absolutely correct. Human body parts. There was, we used to get, this shape just reminds me, we used to get crates, that shape, full of small chicks, which was interesting. There was all sorts transported by rail. And it was a regular thing to see these little buggies going up and down with these trailers on the back. And especially so over here where the parcels platform is completely separate to the rest of the station. There's no passengers on this side, only the workers, as you can see here. And it was quite safe for these little trolleys to run up and down. We're going back to PN94, so I presume we're going to go back up to PN94, then we're going to reverse back in. So let's do that. We can get up to 15 miles per hour with this one. That Blackpool service has now gone out. I like these parcel vans are really nice. I like this colour blue. There are some, I think it's some, is it Northern Transpennine? There's some newspaper coaches or vans that are like this. These are express parcels, but you can get newspaper ones exactly the same. I know in Train Classic there's quite a few of those knocking about. On the West Coast Main Line over Shap route, just outside Preston, there's quite a few of these. It's a very simple colour, isn't it, that? But it's quite effective. I quite like it. So, 500 yards to PN94, which is just again outside the station. So hop back in. Yeah, one thing about this Royal Mail depot over at Christian Road, there's the offices there. You see the offices behind. Those offices there, the postal workers had a really, really good canteen. And if you worked on the railway, you didn't have any facilities like that on Preston Station. You just had to use the Travellers' Fare, or whatever it became known after that. So if you're on a long shift, especially if you're on a 2 till 10, obviously it got to tea time, as we call it up here, which for some of you that are posh, you will say dinner, but if you're up in Preston, you'll say it's tea time. There was an agreement between British Rail and the Royal Mail that we could go and use the canteen facilities, and wow, it was all the food was all cooked on site, and it was all, you know, always traditional stuff like steak pie and chips, but proper, you know, proper steak and gravy inside the pie, and like home cooked type of food. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Really, really nice. Yeah, used to go in there quite a lot, and of course it was subsidised as well, so it didn't cost you a fortune. Saves taking sandwiches every day, you know, gets a bit boring after a while. Right, let's get the brakes on. Over the top of the ribble there. We'll put it in reverse because I know where we're going, I think. We just need to wait for the signal. Let's go and check it out. In fact, we may need to get permission to come past the signal, I think. Let's just wait until we get the prompt. That looks good, doesn't it? Zoomed in. Hazy in the distance. This building, by the way, that's here, this used to be, it's a shopping centre, but on this end there was a big Debenhams. Well, Debenhams have all gone now. I think they're just present online, aren't they? Debenhams. Oh, there's the signal, so that's good. And that building, they've just announced they're planning to pull that down, so the landscape once again will change outside Preston Station, which is interesting. Right, let's back this up. It says we're going to Parcel siding 2, so it doesn't mention coupling up with anything else, so we're probably just going in to unload. Have we got actually anything inside? I don't think we have. It's a shame that, isn't it, that we can't have these, you know, full to the brim, and then we get in and, you know, if we look through the window we could perhaps see the parcels going down one by one until empty. That'd be a nice touch. So we'll speed up a little bit and we'll make our way back. And I think that is the end of the service once we get back. We're uncoupling vehicles. Well, we're actually, right, so we are actually coming back. We are coming back out again. So I was wrong. So that's fine. So I said I don't play shunting that often, but actually it's quite relaxing. And shunting around Preston Station and Blackpool Station is not too bad, because there's a lot of shunting scenarios, aren't there, where you've got to change all the points yourself. Up here it seems to be the signal box. There are no manual points. There's some over here on this side in these sidings, but actually doing this with the parcels, it's all signal controlled. We'll go to the back of the train, then we can make sure we are not going to hit anything. Just over 300 yards to go. Do you know, I've made myself all hungry now talking about the Royal Mail canteen there, Christian Road. So whilst I'm away this week, I will actually be taking a train journey and that will be on the Wherry lines. So we don't have the Wherry lines in TSW, but we do of course have the Wherry lines in TS Classic, and I've driven it many times in TS Classic, so I will be travelling on a section of that between Lowestoft and Norwich, so I'm quite looking forward to that. Of course, in the TS Classic version you can actually drive a 37 on the Wherry lines, but sadly I don't think I'll see any 37s. It'll be all the modern stuff, which is fine, but there's something nice about a 37, isn't there? Definitely. But it'd be nice just to have a ride along and see the Reedham Swing Bridge as well, which is quite famous, isn't it? Which is on the Wherry line. So the route between Lowestoft and Norwich directly passes over that swing bridge, so I'm quite looking forward to that. I think I have travelled on there when I was a kid. Well, honestly, I can't remember. It's that long ago. So it'll be nice to do that again. So I'll be doing that this week, middle of this week, I think. Right, we need to uncouple these two chaps. There we go. And we're going to be pulling forwards again. I think we're going back to the signal. Let's just wait for the instruction. There's sometimes a couple of pauses whilst we wait for the points, I assume, and signals to line up with us. Let's have a look. Wait for 1 minute. Preston Parcel siding 2. Okay. Let's wait for our 1 minute then. I can hear another 47. Where is that? I hear it, but I don't see it. Is it over there? No, there's more. It could be over there. There's more parcel wagons over there. Right, let's go to the parcel siding, which is right in front of us, actually. So we'll just pull forwards a little bit. We do have a red signal here, so we need to be careful. So we don't want to overdo it. You know what I'm like for overshooting, although it'd be difficult to overshoot in a Class 08, I must admit. We're not talking great speeds, are we? Right, let's unhook that one. Wait for another minute. There's a lot of waiting around, isn't there? That's the only thing, but that's fine. We've got Traveller's Fair over there, of course, and a few people lining up here on platform 3. I wonder where they're going. Platform 3. Will it tell us on the information boards? I can't get over there unless I change the camera. But it's possible that platform 3, we won't see it in the game, but they are probably heading up north, up the West Coast Main Line, sort of Glasgow or Edinburgh bound, perhaps. So Traveller's Fair over there is probably doing good business at 6 in the morning. They'll be then there for their bacon and tomato hot breakfast on the baguettes. Yeah, Traveller's Fair do those bacon and tomato. I'm talking about food again. Honestly, they do the bacon and tomato baguettes and they microwave them. So you get this like nuclear powered heat tomato, which can scald your mouth if you're not careful. There was a very nice lady actually who used to work in Traveller's Fair. That actual one there called Pat. I haven't seen her for many years, but she always used to throw me in a bacon and tomato when I was working on the station, which was quite nice of her. There's the train they were all waiting for. Whether that is going to Edinburgh or Glasgow is another matter. Probably not. It could be going to Morecambe or it could be Barrow. So we're going out to the signal, and then we're coupling up to 3 vehicles, and that is it. So that's a nice little service, that one, isn't it? Nothing too strenuous, good action points, as I always say, if they're your thing. Nice little short service, another one ticked off the list. I haven't actually got many services left to do on Blackpool Branches, I'll be honest. Because I've spent quite a lot of time on here, and I've just realised we should be stopping before the signal. Can I actually? Training section ahead. You've got to be careful with these signals that you actually see them. So if there's a train ahead, let's wait and see. Somebody's coming straight across us then. There he is coming in. Is that him? There is somebody up there. Yeah, it'll be this one. So we'll just wait for this guy to come past. And then we can carry on our merry way. So if he's coming across, is he coming across us? Where is he going then? Is he a passenger train? Can't tell. It looks like he's got. Has he got tankers? So is that a Burnnays branch train, perhaps? Could be. Oh, he's maybe. Is he going to the Docklands? Do you know, I did not know there was trains down to the docks. He's going to the docks. You remember earlier when I said there was double-headed 37s with tankers that used to go down to the docks? Well, there's the tankers. This time we got a 47. I did not know there was AI going down to Preston docks. That's really good, that. I'm impressed with that. So they'll be off to the petrol refinery, I assume. It was a depot. I don't know if this still exists. Do you remember a petrol company called Fina? F-I-N-A. They're based down there. They were based down there at Preston Docks. A friend of mine, his dad, used to drive road tankers, petrol tankers for him, and he was based down there. I'm impressed with that. I did not know that was a thing. I must have missed that this whole time. So there you go. This DLC is still throwing up little things of interest like that. Probably see him actually. Let's have a look where he's gone. He's down here. Look, here's the branch. You can actually get down the branch a little bit. It crosses the road here and then goes off into the docks over this side. But if you've got the northern lines on TS Classic, you can actually drive down there. The northern lines is a free route for TSC, and you can drive down there, which I have done, which is quite interesting. So we'll come out to this signal, go back, hook it up, and that's us done. Yeah, it was meant to be 18 to 20 minute scenario. I don't know how long we've actually took. Probably all the touring around has added a few minutes on, but yeah, it's fine, isn't it? Right, let's put it in reverse. And we'll wait for permission to go back. Nice detail on this. That's the fuel tank, I assume. What's this coming out? Another 47, another Parcels. That must have been the one we could see over on, I think it was on platform 6, I think it was on. That's the one I thought I could hear, but I couldn't see, but I could just see these. Oh, there's the newspapers, there you go. There's the newspapers I was talking about. Right, couple to 3 vehicles, that's us done. light engine, so we'll speed up if we can to 15 miles per hour. And we'll let our guy go and get his morning cup of tea. The shunter's office actually is, I'll show you when we drive past it. Little office where the shunters are actually based. Sort of mess room, if you will. A real oily, dirty place, as you can imagine. I think there is actually a scenario where you it's a long time since I played the scenarios right at the beginning when this DLC came out, but I think there is a scenario actually where you start off in that office. There's certainly some collectibles in the office. I'll just quickly show you. It is that building there with the windows. See this one? That's the shunter's office. You can walk in it. That's where they all go in between their work. Let's take the throttle off. Some braking. We don't want to overdo it now. Let's change that. Did it do it? It's because I'm moving. That's better. Right, let's move back very slowly. And that is a little bit of shunting at Preston, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Give me a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be away for a few days, as I said, but have a look down the channel, see if there's anything else you would like to watch while I'm away. But until next time, take it easy. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.